Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog Trading video. Tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're also going to be talking about Coinbase, Tesla, PLTR, and XRP. I also threw some XRP in there as well. First, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to start off just so you guys can get a background of what I've been doing and what I've been talking about before I let you in on these charts. We're going to get a quick example about some of the things that I talked about a couple weeks ago on one of my videos to kind of get you an idea of what I'm about to go into now when it comes to the trading. So we'll take a listen. Here we go, guys. At the time, it was $400. Now, guys, it's $300. But back then, when I did this, look, see now we're going to go to the current chart so we can check. I want to show you that the line that I have highlighted right now from this video. It did. It tried higher. But the reason I'm showing that, guys, is because we're going to go look at PLT's current chart. and we're going to look at Bitcoin, and we're going to look at my chart from the other day. How I talked about this possibly breaking down, closing underneath here, getting that second day candle closing, which we ended up getting, and falling back into this box, into this range. That I tried to make this as easy as I could for you guys, highlighting this so you guys could see what was going on. And I talked about if this happens, Bitcoin and I showed you guys the S&P 500 yesterday, and I told you how it's all correlated and how if this happens with Bitcoin, you're going to see everything else crash, and everything else did crash today. The market was just bloody everywhere. It was disastrous. So we try to predict these moves before they happen. And you could do this two ways, guys. You could short this, make some money. You can go long. You can do whatever you guys want. Okay, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, education purpose only. But we talked about this triangle being a sideways pattern. Okay. And that we were waiting for that move. Well, we got that move to the downside. We knew there was going to be some continuation once the market showed us which direction it wanted to go. Okay. And of course, we got our full moons here. If you guys haven't seen my videos in the past, we did a full moon video where you just buy on these moons and get these big time percentages. I think on Bitcoin for the year, it was like, I forget what it was. I know it was, we went a little bit farther than a year on Bitcoin. I know Tesla, I think, was 11-1. So if you would have done the moon, you would have made at least more than 3.5%. And some of the moves were big, 50%, 20%. Go ahead and watch that video, guys. But those are the moon charts, how we talk about these full moons. And I talked about this, how it affects people's emotions. Okay. It's funny how it works, but if you trade the moons, guys, you can make some big time money, and when the moons are coming. Even on this, it looked like a failure right here. We still didn't get stopped out because I told you guys, for Bitcoin, you'd want to use something that's higher. Now, Bitcoin was very volatile today, but usually you want to use a 3% stop on that. Take a little 3%, when it goes up, take a little 3% off the top. And if it's more violent of a stock, you want to use a 6% stop. So that's just trading the moons. But we'll talk about that in another video. Right now, guys, we're looking at Bitcoin. We bounced into my box. We're going to look at, actually, no, we're not going to look at that. We're going to look at this one. And you can see my trend line. So I told you guys if it broke under this, we could trade a little bit sideways and test this trend at some point. Okay. And if this trend breaks, then we're looking at our secondary trend down here. Okay. So that's kind of where we're looking at for Bitcoin right now. We're just trading in this range. Like I said, from, that 85,000 to the 109 in between this area. This is a big range, but that's kind of where we're trading sideways for a while. And just waiting for something to happen. Okay, let's see if we can test this trend and go. This trend line. We're also still above the 200-day moving average, so that's still bullish for Bitcoin. And this is on a daily chart, so each candle represents a day, guys. Right now, let's see. What do I want to show you guys? Oh yeah, you know what? Let's go to my stock twits because I want to show you guys something on Coin because we're gonna do Coinbase, right? Here's Coinbase, guys. So this is something I predicted. When did I do this one? Man, this was back in September 2024. Okay, and look what I had, guys. I had this breaking out. I had this pattern, the retest and going, and you guys know the history of this. We went skyrocketing, but you see this range right here, this 336.20 to 368.90. We're going to go back, and I'm going to check that chart. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to look at this chart. We're going to see how that played out, and we're going to see, what are we looking for next? For the next. You can see PLTR. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, that was so you can see the Tesla chart here. Yeah, that was the Tesla chart. All right, so let's go back to my charting here. Let's go to Coin. Let's go to Coinbase first. Okay, and then we'll work our way down the line here. We'll go to Coinbase. What are we seeing? Come on, load up, load up, load up. Well, my chart, for some reason, I lost the highlight on here. But you could see 33620, 33668. It ended, oh, there it goes. It's taking a minute to load or something. I don't know what's going on here. Is my internet going good? I don't understand. Anyways, guys, so you see the Coinbase chart, okay? And you see how it got up into our red box finally. All the way back, we predicted this move, this high, guys, all the way back. When was it? September, I said, of 2024. And we predicted the breakout right here, guys. So this is, listen, when I tell you guys, this is what charting does. This is 101 charting. This is what we're doing, okay? Now, what can we see here? Well, I can tell you right now what we can see. I see a trend right here. Boom, boom. So right now, guys, on Coinbase, we're just riding this trend. So let's see if we can get a bounce here from this area, or if the trend breaks down. If we get a daily candle closing underneath this, and then another daily opening up underneath this, then we're going to be looking for some more downside. Okay. Then we'll come back and we'll chart that again and kind of see where our next levels would be. I could tell you right now, I would be looking at this last low right here, which was around, no, that didn't lock in. Oh, I don't have my lock on. Okay, hold on. It was around 178, it looks like. Let me lock it in so I know. Let's see. Are we not locking here? What's going on? All right, hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Right there. Yeah. 176.38. So if that breaks down and we get this could get into that area, and that's what I would be looking for the next area to bounce. So we just don't want to see this trend line breaking. So if you see this trend line breaking and you start to see, actually, wait a minute, guys, hold on. This could give us the good old fake out. So with these trends, the reason I say 2-day candles, because it could do something like this, guys, because I'm noticing something. It could close under here, scare everybody, and then pop back up. So it'll wipe a lot of people out and then pop back up. That's what the market likes to do. And the only reason I'm seeing that, because I just remembered something on one of my old charts that just caught my eye. We actually expected this to go. Of course, we wrote this in September. I mean, you guys seen what I had on there. So we had this as our high up in this area. But we also had the gap over here that had to get filled. So guys, I'm going to show you something on PLTR as well. So, not to get mistaken with anything here, but we're going to look at PLTR and that gap that I told you about earlier in my video that was going to happen. But look at this gap right here, guys. This needs to come down just a little bit more to about 197. So could this get to 197 and then pop back up, or just a little bit under there? Yeah, it could. But we definitely don't want to see it breaking under 176. If we see that, then this thing could start getting ugly down into the 150 or even lower. So just keep an eye out. It did move under the 200-day moving average, but as you can see here, it could do that and then pop back up. So it's not a big deal. But this gap is probably needs to get filled, and it's very close to being filled. Right now, you can see a little bit of support on this trend line. So let's see what happens here. Okay. And that's for Coinbase. All right. So let's go to PLTR. Where is it? Over here somewhere. I think I got it somewhere over here. PLTR. Okay. PLTR, guys. Why is this taking? Okay. So this was the gap that I had circled. And I said, look, I don't care if it goes higher. And look, it did. It went up to 125. Came back down. I said, guys, in this area, don't be buying. I did another video and I got more into detail about this. I said, don't be buying in this area. Don't be buying in this area. If you're going to be a buyer, at least wait for the gap to fill. And guys, look what it did. It hit my 84 line. I mean, almost $85. Perfect to the T. Look at that. Boom, boom, bounced. Okay. Actually, that's off a little bit. That's about right. So 85.25 was So that gap got filled, guys. This gap is filled. Now let's see if we get a little bounce from this area. We don't want to see a daily closing underneath here and then the next day opening up and not breaking back above. If it breaks back above, then it's just a fake out. If not, then we look for more continuation. Okay, down to these next lows. Actually, would be anywhere from 72 to that 63. But we'll chart that a little bit better when that crosses. What else do we have? Well, what do you know, guys? What do you know? We have a nice trend right here. Oh, I got to take this off now. We got a nice trend right here. Right. I didn't get it, did I? Well, we're going to do the secondary trend. So we got one there and we got one here. Actually, we got three trends here. This might be a three-stepper. Nope, because that one broke. Okay, so those are our two trends. So those will be our levels. If this breaks down, we'll look for a bounce off this trend. If that trend breaks, then we'll look for a bounce off of that trend. Okay, so that's for PLTR. Okay, let's see. How much time do we have left? Okay, so we got about 4 minutes. So let's go to Tesla real quick, and then we'll finish up with XRP. So we got Tesla. If my computer's loading, I don't understand this. All right. So what do we got? So we had our trend. Where is my? You can see my buy zone. Where was my? What is going on here? Why is it only showing? My computer's not loading, guys. This is irritating me. All my charting's not loading right here. I don't know what's happening. Why is this not loading right? Oh, now we want to get some lines. What are we missing here? Come on. All right. So in my previous videos, guys, we had this breakout. Okay. We had down here our buy zone down in this area. Look what it did. That was where I was waiting, told everybody to buy it, literally at the bottom of this move. Look at that, skyrocketing. The bottom, and then we sold the tops, right? And now we're looking at this trend, which I had highlighted, and I told you this would be something that we'd be looking at, which is that 299 to 314 area, which we're currently in now. So let's see if we could get a bounce under the, or a bounce from here. Also, is there a trend? There might be a trend. I don't like this gap down here, though. I mean, this possibly could get ugly and come down here and test this down here. But we'll have to play this by ear. We just don't want to see a 2-day candle closing under that 299. Okay, we'll come back and check. We'll come back and chart Tesla a little bit better. But let's see. Right now, we're kind of looking at this trend line right here. Okay, so let's see if that trend holds up. Let's see if this gap gets filled down here actually at 276 and 253. So we'll look at that as well. Also, XRP. We're going to scoot to XRP real quick. And what do we got? Oh, yeah, I see something right off the bat. Right off the bat. This is going to be an easy one to chart, guys. We got our trend right here. Look where it bounced. Look where it bounced, guys. Look at this. I don't chart XRP. Okay, I haven't really charted it. That's why it's blank. Look at this. Boom, boom, bounce, perfect. Right off the trend line. So let's see if this trend line holds. What you don't want to see is a daily candle closing under basically $2. And then another one opening up and closing again. So basically 2 days worth of candles closing under that $2 range could get a little ugly. Okay. Now, could you get some wicks? Yes, guys, but I'm talking about closes. I'm not talking about these wicks. I'm talking about candles closing under here. Okay. It's still above the 200-day moving average, so that's still looking good. So basically, you want to see for upside, you want to see it break this trend right here. Okay. So anything above 283, and this thing can test all-time highs again. All right. So or previous high, I should say, around 341. Okay, so anywhere from 315 to 341. We'll have to get on that again in the future here. We'll talk about it. But that's it for tonight's video, guys. Much love. Make sure you sub and hit the thumbs up, and peace out. Oh, wait, what? They're letting me, wait a minute, guys. Hold on. They're letting me go a little bit longer on my time. Usually TradingView will time me out at 20 minutes, but it just went over 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and look at XRP a little bit here. We'll give you a little bonus. Let's see. What are we looking at? What are we seeing here? Let's see if we can find any kind of fibs here that we can go off of. Let's get a bigger fib. Actually, oh no, that would be this is on Coinbase. So it hasn't traded on Coinbase. Is this on Coinbase? Yeah, this is a Coinbase. So I might have to go to Binance or something where it's traded a little bit longer. Yeah. Okay. So we do have a golden pocket fib. Did I get that right? Let me see. That does look like the bottom. All right. So let me go ahead and just get this as low as I can get it right here. Let me get that lock on there. No, there was no, it didn't. That was the low right there. Trying to fake me out, aren't you? So this would be the golden pocket fib, around 160 to 147. So if this thing starts to break down, you don't want to see, if you're bullish on this, you don't want to see it coming down. Breaking this trend would be a little scary because then it could actually, get into this fib area and bounce. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at for XRP. Let's go ahead and, oh, you know what? Yeah, we're going to look at some of this here. Let's look at, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I mean, that is bounce off the trend, which is good. Okay, the stochastic momentum will keep coming down around if it stays under $2.50. Now, that can change by tomorrow. So basically, guys, there's a lot of bounce areas going on with all these, with Tesla, with XRP. There's gaps are getting filled. So let's see if this is an area that things bounce. We talked about our Bitcoin this could be a possible bounce area. And as you can see, it got down to 85,000 and now it's at 88. So it already did make some kind of bounce there. Everything did. XRP, what did XRP get down to? XRP got all the way down to $2.05. So XRP did a bounce already from 12%. So a lot of these things already bounced off our trends and bounced off our lines that we had. Even PLT when it filled the gap, PLTR, even when it filled the gap, and even Tesla on a trend. I think Tesla bounced after hours, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check, but not by much. So let's see how the market reacts tomorrow, guys. If the market reacts bullish, let's check. Let's see. Let's go up to, let's go S&P 500. And we got a nice bounce here. Is there, this could be a possible trend right here. Let's take this trend and see what happens. Let's see. Sometimes, guys, you do this for so long, your eyes can be really good and sometimes they can be really bad. So yeah, there is a trend here, but it kind of wicked it, but it did not close underneath it. So let's see if the market can actually turn this around and see what happens. I don't like this double top though. That's kind of ugly, but the market does this. The S&P, it's not like something that's going to, go 10%. And you had 4 days in a row straight of downside. So there's a rule of thumb. Usually after 3 days, you can start making moves, and you can see where 4 days is pushing it. You can see when 4 days popped up. We try to find some 4 days popped up. Let's see any more. One that's 3. I'm trying to look at any more 4 days that popped up. Oh, right here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. That was a 6-dayer, so I guess it can happen, but it's rare, guys. Okay, so I think that's it for tonight's video. We're gonna go into detail more tomorrow. Now that I know that I can actually, we're at 25 minutes now. I know that I can actually go even longer on these videos. Um, I should be able to push this here and start getting into more details about all this as we go along. I'll start to try to do segments. We covered Bitcoin, we covered Coin, we covered Tesla, we covered PLTR, we covered XRP. All right, so we'll have to come back to these and see how they play out tomorrow. Okay. Well, much love to you guys. Make sure you guys, hit that thumbs up, sub to the channel, do all that fun stuff. It makes me motivated to do these videos. Without that, I really don't need to do these videos. I'm not making any money off these videos. I'm doing all this for free out of my own time just to help you guys. All right. So much love and peace out.